What's going on? What's going on? Y'all make some noise for my girl Jessica. Hand claps all around. Yes, yes,
And
yes.
snap.
Hand claps and snaps all around. Okay, let's get it set for just you and me. There we go. So what's going long time no see, by the way.
Oh yes, yes. It's been a while. Good to
Yeah.
see you again
Good to
on
see you.
camera.
Yeah, on camera. You looking good.
Thank
We're gonna sound the
you.
sirens. Yes, yes, yes. So what's new with you? Well, actually, before we get into that, excuse me. This is the 1's and 2's podcast. Your boy DJ Kane. We got our special guest Jessica in the building, JCF Productions. So let's get it from the top, man. So where exactly are you from, and what made you move to Dallas, Texas, if you're not from Dallas?
Yeah. So I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh,
Hey
snap.
now. Yes. I moved here in 2013. I wanted some more opportunity. I wanted somewhere that was a little less crowded and just with, more opportunity, more meet new people and just have different variety in life.
Okay, okay. Now that's funny how you say like different variety because you're from New York. I mean, that's like I would think that has like a lot of variety, but you said you wanted to be somewhere where it's like less populated. Was it just because
Mhm.
like you feel like you're just more you could connect better with a smaller population like here in Dallas, or what was that?
No, I totally love the big city life. Don't get me wrong. Love
Okay.
it. It's just a change of scenery. So at
Mm.
that time of my life, I wanted to get something new, and it was Dallas. So here I am.
Came from the north to the south, all the way
Yeah,
to the triple D. Well, we welcome you, on behalf of
thank
all
you.
everybody at Dallas, I speak for the Dallas committee. We definitely welcome you because I feel like we need what you're offering. It's a totally different flavor than what we're used to, at least what I've seen in Dallas. Um, so if you can just tell us, like, man, you've been doing a lot of events. I see you posting a lot. And I'm like, man, this girl is busy. And you're also an entrepreneur, but what made you take event planning seriously?
Um, I've always loved events. First of all, just, getting into the scene. I've always loved just seeing different nightlife. And so when I got here, I saw that, well, at the time when I first got here, I was a hairstylist. I'm still a hairstylist, right? That's my entrepreneur.
Okay.
But I saw that there was no networking places here. And I was brand new, so I didn't know who to ask or anything like that. So I saw that there was a need, and I said, why not? I'm going to go ahead and create my own event so that way businesses can come to me and we can network as well as network with the public.
Hmm.
So that's why I created the Trends and Trades Expo.
The Trends and Trades. I like that. Very catchy name. Like if I hear that off the
Thank,
bat, I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting. Let me go ahead and click on that. So I think
yes,
that's pretty
thank you.
cool. And you're definitely right. Like here in the city of Dallas, we're a big city, but there's really not a lot of I mean, there's some networking events, but it's like there's no networking events that are like cool. You know what I mean? It's like
Yes.
mostly for like IT people, marketing. It's like where are the networking events where we just network with everybody? Like you could be a painter, musician. Let's just network. Okay, we got a
Yes.
little
It is
pause real
getting
quick. Are we
it
still
is
there?
getting better though.
Yeah. Are we there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sorry, it's a little lag. I saw the little circle on the screen. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, man, listen on Spotify, SoundCloud, we got our girl Jessica of JCF Productions in the building. So
Yes.
the networking events, we have a lot of those, but then I've noticed that a lot of your events have a lot of culture, and specifically the Trinidad, or is it Trinidadian or Trinidad? Did I say it right? Trinidad.
Trinidad, yes.
Yes, and I like that because this is what I was saying earlier is that I don't really see a lot of events like this in Dallas, like Trinidad. Is Trinidad considered Caribbean? Am I saying it correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Trinidad, it's a country.
okay, so I really don't see a lot of that going on there. So what made you want to just and I know it's not your only focus, but what made you just want to, push that a lot? Because I think that's a really good move. It's something very different.
Thank you. Well, coming from a Trinidadian background, you know, I embrace it full circle. I also embrace the American side as well, because that's also a part of my background. So what I love about my events is I try to merge the two, the Caribbean and the American side. And I think that's a great opportunity for both sides to get to know each other,
Yeah.
you know, and experience the way that I've experienced all my life. And that's just seeing the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. And I'm so glad you're doing that because I'll be honest. I go out to a lot of events and it'd be the same stuff every weekend.
Right.
It's like, let's switch it up. You know what I mean? Let's switch it up and let's switch it up in a good way. And your events are popping. I've been to one of them and I was like, you know what? This is really cool. So when it comes to the Trinidad event, and I'm not really cultured on it and I'm learning, this is why I like having you on here. You got to educate us. When I see when I think of Trinidad, I don't know why I think about Jamaican, Barbados, and I know they're completely different. So I want to go ahead and skip to this topic. What is the difference between like the dances? Like I know we discussed earlier the wine. You guys do the wine dance, right? In Trinidad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they also do it in Jamaica too, right?
Yeah, everybody has their own rendition of it.
Okay, so
They
it's like
have their own little flavor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys don't do that one dance where they pick up the girl and they be jumping off the ladders and stuff like that. Y'all don't do that one.
No, that's the Jamaican part.
Okay.
Jamaican part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every island has its own flavor. So, you know, like you said, as far as the jumping off or whatever, that's Jamaican. As far as whining and being flirty, that is Trinidadian all the way. You know, and love. The one thing about my culture that I love is when we do Carnival and we have like Juve. Juve is when you're out all night drinking and dancing behind a truck with music in the streets and you're just dancing.
Okay.
Going down the road dancing. Same thing for Carnival. Same thing. It's a beautiful experience. Anybody, if you have not gone to a Carnival, go to a Carnival. It's gonna change your life.
I sure will. When is the time? Best time to go to Carnival?
Well, we just finished. We just had Carnival in Dallas, so that's gone. However, they have Carnival in Miami. That's actually this month. They have it in every different city. Like they have one in Houston. They have one in New York, Chicago. You know, and it's all different times of the year. But the one in Trinidad, it's around Lent. It's around Lent. So that it could be, it depends. It falls on a different date every year. So it could be in February, it could be in March. Unfortunately, right now, we can't do it because, you know,
C-19, you know.
Yeah, man. Kind of stuck in the house. I know everybody hurt right now, but we're going to get back out there. Don't worry. We're going to be on those streets again.
Yeah, there's a DJ I know, and I do apologize, man. I'm really bad at remembering DJs' names, and that's terrible. But it's a DJ I know. He lives in Great Britain, but apparently there's a big Trinidad community in Britain, and I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was showing videos of him, you know, at the festival, and I was like, and correct me if I'm wrong if I'm describing this, but it's like they wear the big feathers and all the colors, and everybody, like the women are looking
beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? We got to sound off on that, but they got the all the glitter and all that, and I guess in their culture, the women dress nice, the guys just wear whatever. But I don't know what it is about his, but they also did something where they wore the men wore like these hats with horns on it, and they put the tar over their skin, and they look like jet black.
That's Juve and Carnival right there.
Okay, so what is the meaning of that? I was like, what is that? That's interesting. I was like, what is that?
It is a whole history behind Juve and Carnival, but it's
Okay.
definitely something that we do to celebrate. Um, but yeah, go ahead and look that up. It's a
I
lot.
s-
You're gonna be
Now,
sitting there reading like, oh, okay. It's really, really interesting.
yeah,
But it's definitely a way for us to celebrate our culture and who we are as a people. So
I'm a definitely, and it's called what again? Bay?
Juve. So,
Juve.
mm-hmm. And then the other one is Carnival.
Okay.
Just look up Trinidad Carnival and you'll see all, all the costumes,
Hmm.
people coming out dancing.
Yeah.
It's a sight to see.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. And if you guys heard, she said Carnival is here in Dallas. So next year, hopefully there's no, you know what, C19 other strain coming out. We will definitely be attending the Dallas Carnival, and we're gonna be dressing up and having a lot of fun. So as
Well, you
far
know what? You don't even have to wait for that because all of the events, the Caribbean events that we have here, you
Mhm.
have a little bit of culture in every event that you go to.
Okay.
So honestly, come out to the Caribbean events.
Hmm.
I know a lot of great promoters that's out there,
Hmm.
and they have a lot of great, interesting ideas that is coming up from concerts to like skating to just parties, just different things like that. We are definitely coming out with different ideas in the Caribbean world. So big up to my promoter friends and everybody who's out there. We looking big right now.
Yes, yes, and I'm excited to see it. I definitely will be checking out a lot of these events. So, what would you say in the DFW would be the hot spots for the events? Because I know you have your own events, but since you've been here, have you seen any other Trinidad or Caribbean spots that you think are that could be the hot spot? Like if somebody came here to Dallas and you're like, of course you're going to refer them to your events, but what would you say would be like
Right,
the
right.
Yeah, you got to do that first.
You got
But
it. That's the
you,
first one.
you got to. But what would you say would be some of the hot spots in the DFW? Because again, like there's just like maybe, I mean, see, I can't even remember the names of some of these places out here. But what would you say though?
Well, what the promoters are doing here, the Caribbean promoters, they do their events in different various places in the
Hmm.
DFW.
Okay.
So it every party has a different place.
Hmm.
However, as far as the hot spots, if you want to get a little taste of the Caribbean, you can go to, there are a couple places like All These Heroes, Jamaica
Hmm.
Gate, One Love Lounge.
That was
So
Drinking Gates.
that's the one.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a lot of different places here, and then there's newer places that are coming up. So there are some new venues coming up, as
Hmm.
well as people creating their own venues
Okay.
for parties. So you just got to watch out for it.
Okay. Now, as far as these Trinidad Caribbean events, we are all of, the black diaspora, the African diaspora, but it's different, from Nigerian to Congo, Trinidad, African American events. For somebody who's never been to one of these types of events, what could they expect when they walk in the door? Because I know when people walk into, you know, Prime or something, they know what to expect. Some Dougie, all that stuff. When they walk into one of your events, what could they expect?
Um, what I will say to expect is some real live fun. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Without inhibition. Like, I need you to come in and don't worry that a stranger is right there dancing. They probably come and and dance on you in a minute. So you gotta be ready for the storm. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
All right.
So just be ready to be outgoing, open up,
Okay.
and just you don't. I mean, just dance. Just
All right.
dance. Feel the music. Get a drink. And just feel the culture out for what it is. Because one thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna have some fun. We're
Hmm.
gonna dance. We're gonna drink, and we definitely gonna bring the vibes. So just be
Okay.
open to it.
Now you said be ready to dance, so that you heard that, ladies. When you walk in, what did Michael Jackson say? Hey, get your butt off the wall, because
Yeah.
they gonna make you dance.
Get off the wall and put it on the floor because that's exactly where you're gonna be put.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. You know what? And that's good because a lot of people go into venues and they always expect to just chill and just just be the lookout. It's like, no, at your events, we're going to get down. We're going to boogie. We're going to have a good time. And I like that. And I like how you said that the people there kind of encourage the fun too. And it makes it
Yeah.
feel like everybody's there just to have a good time. Like a lot of other venues, a lot of other types of events, it's like people just go there and you just have a mood that's just kind of low. But the way you're
Yeah.
describing this Caribbean event, it's like dance, have a good time. You came here for a purpose. Let's make it happen. So, we
Yes.
can't wait to come to your events. I'm excited.
Thank
So,
you.
speaking of your events, I know you just don't do Caribbean events. You're very versatile. You got something that I saw, and for my ladies, you might like this part. You got
Mm.
this type of event called the Art of Seduction. All right. So
Yeah.
I saw that on your page, and I'm just like, interesting. Now I was gonna say it's probably not for me, but for the ladies.
Why not?
I mean, well, I'll let you describe it. So go ahead and describe what is the Art of Seduction and what's that all about.
So the art of seduction. How can I put it in words? It is a show. It's a showcase, a central showcase. You can see everything from dancing to sex education to, just, you know, something to make you feel uplifted.
Mm,
I say it's like an intro to BDSM, kind of.
I've heard of
I
that, but
know,
I do
right?
not know what that is.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
I've heard it so
so
many times. I just don't know what it means.
I'll give you a just a little example. So, when spanking,
Okay.
that's BDSM. Choking, that's BDSM. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay now.
So it's great. So handcuffs, whatever, any type of way that you excite, kind of take your love level to the extra level.
All
That's
right.
what. So
Okay.
we give different education tips on there, helpful tips, how you and
Hmm.
your partner can kind of go to the next level. We also do like different dancing. We have poetry. So the
Okay.
erotic poetry is off the chain.
Mm.
Um, and we have music. So we have nice R&B groove and music. So it's a real grown and sexy experience. And
Mm.
it's not for just men or just women. It's for everybody. Nobody will feel uncomfortable. We definitely make sure that it's a scene where everybody feels fun and they're having a good time. We also have like competitions there. So
Wow.
yeah, so
How
we
does that
do
work?
yeah, so you could get so the last one that we had is like a twerk contest.
Okay.
Something fun,
Yeah.
fun. Where people can kind of interact with the crowd.
Hmm.
And you can get prizes. So it's just a little teaser
Mm.
so that you can come watch the show with your love or your friends or come by yourself and then go home and
Yeah.
do what you do.
See, the coming by the self part is like I just imagine me walking in there by myself. It's like, hi, my name is DJ Cam. I'm here for the Art of Seduction. And it's like, all right, DJ Kane, do you want the whip or the handcuffs? I'm like,
Oh no, no, it's not like that.
uh,
It's not like that.
yeah,
But you can find the whips and the hand chains there because our vendors they may have that.
yeah.
And then we also have the ladies can wear lingerie, so they may have it.
Okay,
So it's something like that, but it's not to the point where it's scary. It's not like a
okay,
dungeon or anything like that. It is
okay.
really something just light and fun.
Well, you know what? I like new things. I like, new and different things that are, exciting. And the way you described this is I can learn a lot from this that can help, the sex life. I think there's nothing wrong with doing things different to encourage your sex life. I think most people should be doing it. And this did I say it right? BDSM?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what? I'll also give that one a shot too. And if I don't find somebody to go with me, I'll definitely go by myself. I'll be sitting in the back
Yeah.
now. Hiding
Yeah,
in the back,
come
but I'll
on
definitely pull
by
up.
yourself. You know how many people come by themselves? Sorry about that. I'm actually charging my phone.
Oh, it's
But
okay.
you know how many? Yeah, it's low.
Hmm.
But you know how many people have come by themselves, and what they end up doing is after the event, they end up talking to other people. and they make friends or just make conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much it. It
Yeah.
is not something that will make you feel uncomfortable. It's really a
Right.
fun. Come try it for you.
Okay. And you know, I like the fact that you said that point. People come and they mingle and they have a conversation. And you know what? This is why I like, and I DJ at clubs and bars all the time, but
Mhm.
I am a strong advocate of telling guys if you want to go meet quality women, I don't prefer them to go to like just nightclubs and bars. Go to events like this one, the Trinidad event, something that's different that has based off of culture, the BDSM event, something that's based off of a theme. You know what I'm saying? Like
Agreed.
I feel like you get a better quality of conversation there. You know what I mean? So if you guys are watching this, make sure you go check out these events. Fellas, try something different. Something
Yeah.
different. You're gonna learn something. You're not just gonna be sitting at a bar doing something. You're gonna go to a Caribbean event, learn some new dances, see something different, new music, go to BDSM, learn something that you might come home and surprise your girlfriend with. I don't know. You might learn
Or they can
something.
go together.
Or
Don't
they
get
can
nobody
go
in trouble.
together. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
don't get them couples in trouble. You bring your girl. Stop playing.
Yeah, please. Make hey,
I
when
am
they
not responsible.
right, when the DJ be saying all my single fellas and ladies in the building, make sure you do not raise your hand if you are not single.
Right,
Come on now.
right. Just stay in the back. Stay in
Stay
the
in the
back.
back. So I was also gonna ask about the how long have you been doing the career as far as event planning? How long has that been going on?
So when I found that when I wanted to do that event plan and the first one, it started in 2014.
Okay.
Yep. So I've been doing it ever since then.
Okay. What was
Started
your
with the Trends and Trades.
start with the Trinidad thing?
The Trends and Trades Expo.
Trends and Trade. Okay, so that was your first event. So tell us about that. Like I know when we do events, we start a business, whatever. The first event, sometimes it's not gonna go as expected. So tell us about the very first event that you hosted. How was that?
Woo!
It was a lot,
It,
huh?
it was a lot. It was a lot. Um, I was so nervous and I
Uh-oh.
was so overwhelmed because I didn't know what to expect. It was
Mm-hmm.
my first time kind of putting myself out there. And honestly, I am like, I kind of stay to myself sometimes. I'm like a quiet person. People wouldn't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But so this brought me out of my comfort zone, um, throwing events
Mm-hmm.
because of course you have to deal with the public. You have to see, what they like, what they don't like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it made me learn more about myself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you pretty good at this. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and I love the crowd. I love the interactions. It was actually a wonderful starting event because like I said, I had my own business. I was networking with other people. We were getting other customers to come in and we talked to them and we merged. So it was small businesses and big businesses that
Mm-hmm.
was at that event. So you can get anything, walk up in there and talk to somebody and probably get a business loan
Yeah.
or you can probably get some samples. You never know what you were gonna get
You never
at
know.
the Trends and Trades Expo. So
Yeah.
it was a great opportunity for me building my business as well
Mm-hmm.
as building the businesses around me, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I found passionate about it.
Okay. And that's good. The businesses around you, you have Trends and Trade, you have Art of Seduction. You also have this thing called, and correct me if I'm saying it, Rhythms and Rhymes Reloaded. That's
Rhythm and Rhymes Reloaded.
okay.
Yes.
Now, is that also like a poetry type of event that you do as well?
Yes. So it's
Okay.
poetry and music. We showcase different artists and different poets here in the DFW,
Hmm.
showcase their talents. We give them a platform to showcase their talents. And then we also, after they do their featuring, we also have an open mic. So
Nice.
people who are, yeah. So if you're sitting down and you like what you saw, you like the theme, because it's based off of a theme every month is a different theme. Like
Hmm.
case in point, the one that is on the 16th of this month, October,
Hmm.
the theme is fear. So it can be anything that you can think of that you're scared of,
Mm-hmm.
scared of relationships, scared of growth, scared of yourself, scared of love, whatever. Um, we just want you to have that voice,
Yeah.
you know. So rhythm and rhymes is a real big jewel to me. I really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that because you're meeting different people every month and they're putting their heart on the stage.
Yeah, that's good. You know what? And that's good. We have a lot of events. You know, I want to kind of touch on something to kind of segue. It could be not really event related, but you said
Okay.
something, putting your heart on the stage, scared of love, scared of relationships. Now, you're an event planner, I'm a DJ. We're observers. We're like flies on the wall. Are you an Aquarius, by the
Mm.
way?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces. What month is that?
February. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember when we were talking, we were talking about our birthdays and stuff when we first met at Casanova. And we said
Uh-huh.
your birthday was in February. I thought you were also an Aquarius. But you made a really good point about that because I feel, and again, this is not really a event related, but I do feel a lot of people are scared to step out of their comfort zone and attempt to make themselves available for relationships or for dating and stuff like that. And going to events is, of course, how we do it. You know, we're not just
Mm-hmm.
sitting in our house all day. That's not going to work. I'm strongly against dating apps, and you guys already know that if y'all saw my podcast a few weeks ago. I'm against that. So going out to
Yeah.
different events like this is how you do it. But I feel that a lot of people are scared to do that. So my thing is, what are your thoughts about that? Because I've hosted events before, and sometimes it's like you have 50 people that sign up, but only 20 show up. And it's like I feel that they're scared to come out and network and mingle with other women and other men. So I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think everybody is on their own level.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I learned about being in this business is you can't force anything. Well, so it's just gonna mess up, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta let it flow.
Mm-hmm.
So if things happen where this person didn't come, didn't show up, or um, maybe they weren't ready,
Mm-hmm.
you never know. Some people they get cold feet. Some
Mm-hmm.
people they're just not mentally ready to get on stage, and I don't hold that against them
Mm-hmm.
because you are literally putting your emotions and your thoughts, things that you wrote in a journal or just wrote without any prying eyes to see. Now you're standing on stage in front of people that you don't even know,
Oh yeah.
right?
It's deep. Yeah.
It is. So I commend the people when they do get on stage um, to do it. I commend them because me, as I'm a poet as well, but I
Okay.
write. I don't get on stage. That's not my level.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And so when I see people get up there and they showcase themselves and whatnot, it is mind blowing.
Mm.
And it's a beautiful experience. But I know that that was that was their journey. That's
Mm-hmm.
something that they were ready for,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I definitely agree because it's like, just when I hear some poets to get on stage and I just hear them like it's no music. Keep in mind, if y'all never been to a poetry event, go check out JCF Productions Poetry, Rhythm and Rhymes
Yeah.
Reloaded. You know what I mean? Some of these poets, when they get on stage, and again, there's no music, no sound, no cue, it's just a microphone in them. And they be going off. Some of them never stutter a word, just going boom, boom, boom. Sometimes 5 minute, 6 minute long poems. And I'm just like, yo, there's no way I can do that without. It's crazy. And some of these poets I've been hearing around Dallas, man, if you guys are watching, tune in and tap in with JCF. We just announced another platform from you guys. But
Hmm.
wow, they be going so deep, and it just some of the words they be hitting because you would never know. Like if some people, if they didn't tell me they were a poet, I would never have known. Because you know, rappers and DJs, you can kind of pick up on the vibes. You know, guitar players, you can kind of pick up on the vibes. But some of these people that come out, they're like, "Oh, I do poetry." Okay, then they get on stage and the crowds are snapping, and I'm like,
Yes.
"Wow, yes." So you know
Yes.
what? I'm definitely gonna come check out one of your events. Where is the Rhythm and Rhymes Reloaded? What venue do you host that one at?
So I do it at Pop Up DFW. This
Okay,
next one that is going to be on October 16th is going to be at the Pop Up DFW in Deep Ellum.
okay.
So come on out. It's from 8 to 12.
Hmm.
Come on out. You can sit. We got drinks there. We got hookah there. We got
Nice.
vendors there.
Well,
Yeah.
you said hookah. You know what that means? You're gonna bring everybody out because for some reason
It's
that
a,
hookah just
yeah.
be bringing the people out, and I don't know what it is about it, but
It's a
everybody be.
vibe.
It's a vibe. I know I shouldn't. We shouldn't be smoking it, but for some reason that hookah just be. When you put that on the fly, people just come on out. I'm like, okay, well this hookah. All right, we got hookah.
It's a whole vibe. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us, let's talk about some career stuff. So you've been doing this for a good minute since 2014, and I'm gonna give you a hand clap for that because I'll be
Thank
honest,
you.
you deserve it because you are very consistent with your events, and I definitely respect that. I don't even see you stopping. It's like, you know, we keep it nitty gritty. We keep it nitty
Mhm.
gritty on here. I see a lot of people that get into things and it's just like, doot, 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 you know, this like, but you just seem to be just going. And I
Yeah.
definitely respect that. And it's three different things. You have Caribbean events, Rhythm and Rhymes Reloaded, the Art of Seduction. You know, how do you manage all that? What is your mindset to manage it? Because that seems like a lot.
Yeah. It can be a lot from time to time.
Uh-huh.
I am thankful that I have a great team behind me. So that means a lot
Hmm.
when you can find the people who you can gel with, who actually, uh, can help where you are not, where you can't do it,
Hmm.
or they may have strengths where you may have weaknesses.
Hmm.
So I really appreciate my team with that. Um, the other thing is you definitely have to unplug sometimes. It doesn't matter how long I do this, there are times where it is exhausting to the
Hmm.
point where I'm like, oh my God, it's so much. You want this, you want this. Leave me alone, right?
I
Leave me
know.
alone.
Yeah.
Because, in the end of the day, this is kind of like customer service too. I mean, well, that's only one aspect of it. And then you got to produce, then you got to,
Hmm.
you got to get your workers, you got to do everything. You're on top and you're doing everything.
Hmm.
So there are some times where I have to get myself in check, make sure that I am mentally good,
Hmm.
make sure, I am one with myself. So even if I need some time to take a nap or go and exercise
Hmm.
or, do something for me, so that I could get back in the headspace so that I can produce things that, are 100%
Hmm.
instead of giving you, mediocre work because I didn't check on me.
Yeah.
Um, that's what I'm gonna do,
Okay.
And sometimes people don't get that, but it's not for them to get. You're supposed to know who you are and what you can and can't take on,
Yeah.
and you're supposed to deal with yourself accordingly.
You know what? You're totally right. You cannot burn yourself out, you know.
Oh,
And I think once people reach that point where they burn out too much, that's when they give up. And it's a balance. And I think that sometimes people can't develop that balance because of a point you said earlier. And I
mm,
like the fact that every successful event planner like you and everybody else I've had on here, they always say this point first. I have a team. I got a team, a team, a team, a team. And that's like, you could do this all by yourself, but you're gonna be so burnt out, you're not even going to enjoy it. And why not
yeah,
be with a team to grow? You know what I mean? And I'll be honest, this is why I like talking to people like you because I learn from this that I need to always keep that in, not even in the back of my head, in the front of my head that if you want this to go 10 times further, you have to get a team, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you do have to trust people, and that's fine because there's other like-minded people out there just like you that want to work with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
Oh
I
yeah.
said, y'all, JCF Productions, if y'all looking to build a business, come out to some of her events. You might find like-minded people who are looking for interesting things just like you, and you might
Yes,
find your
sir.
new teammates at the JCF Productions events. Rhythm and Rhymes Reloaded, Art of
Yes, sir.
Seduction, different stuff. You know what I mean? So this is how we build a team, is just getting out the house. So, man, that's really good. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
man. I love
Yeah.
teamwork. It just feels so good. So tell us about a one of your highest moments in your career, in your event. Like what was one of the biggest events you've done so far that just made you feel like, wow, like this is like a peak moment.
Ooh, there's so many.
Can you just give us one that you can remember that just made you feel like, whoa, this is like,
I can say the next level for me that I have done that was just out of this world for me.
mm-hmm,
In August, that just passed, August 21st, I had two shows back to back. The first show was the Art of Seduction, and then right afterward was the after party, which was Elite. Um, so the Art of Seduction, that was, a cute, sexy event, nice showcase, right?
mm-hmm.
And then we had to fully change over everything, everything in the venue, like within like an hour. And then
Wow.
it changed over to a Caribbean party, which lasted until 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the
PM.
morning.
Okay. Wow.
No, no, sir.
Did
No,
y'all
we
hear that?
Caribbean. We late night.
Y'all had
Yeah,
espresso ready for Red Bulls at the bar and everything, right? Good.
you know
6 o'clock in the
it.
morning. Golly.
In the morning. So we started the Art of Seduction at 7 p.m. that day, and that ended at 10. And then Elite started at 11. No, actually, it kept going because it kept going. We
Mm-hmm.
kept it going,
Mm.
and that turned into Elite.
Oh,
And
wow.
that was so big for me because when I tell you, like, that took out so much of my energy, I was like, oh my God, I know I could do this. But then as soon as I said I was gonna do it, I'm like, Jessica, you've never done two events back to back on the same night. Like, what are you doing? And they're production events, they're big events.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never done that, but I pushed myself to the limit. I'm so grateful that I did it. Would I do it again? No, no,
Well, now that you got a team, man, you could probably maybe do it. Maybe you're not gonna put them through that.
no, 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 sir, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it is a lot. That's like a
No.
12-hour shift. Golly.
That was it was more than 12 hours.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
enough for me. Like I know the next day I crashed. I was
Wow.
out. That was it.
Oh
I didn't
man.
even speak to my team that day. My team was sleeping. They was all like, no, no, don't know
Oh
what you
man.
thought of.
Man, that is intense. And you know what? It takes a lot of guts to do that. Like a lot. Like, wow, that is amazing. And you know what? I want to
Thank
give you
you.
your hand claps again, your flowers. Give those flowers
Ah,
nice and loud.
thank you.
I want to thank you so much for coming on to the 1's and 2's podcast. I mean, you are such an inspiration. Like you are not stopping, and I love that. Production is awesome. Go check out her page, JCF Productions. My girl Jessica. I'm gonna put all of her information down in the description below. Make sure to like and subscribe to the 1's and 2's podcast and follow our guest. If you're listening on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever other platform is out there that we are on, make sure, again, like and subscribe and follow our guest. Attend to all of their events. JCF Productions has something different for y'all, man. Caribbean,
Yeah,
Trinidad events. If you guys trying to
yeah.
get sexy for real, Art of Seduction. It's some sex education. I remember they probably didn't teach you this stuff in school, but you got a little bit of post school available with the Art of Seduction. I'm
Yep.
telling y'all. And is Art
And
of
if you,
Seduction, are these free events, by the way, or do they have like cover charges or?
they do have a cover charge.
Okay.
So yes, they do have a cover charge.
Okay.
Um, all of the events are on Eventbrite, so you can get your tickets. This next Rhythm and Rhymes is also a cover charge. It's on
Okay.
October 16th. If
Hmm.
you go on Eventbrite right now, you can get it for $10, but it's $15 at the door.
Okay.
And then of course you can get food, you can get hookah, you could get
Oh, she
drinks,
said
you
the
could
magic
get
word.
everything. Yeah,
She said that
it's a
magic word.
vibe. It's a vibe. And you just rocking all night. So come and check us out
Okay.
October 16th. Get your tickets. Come down. It's gonna
Hmm.
be at Pop-Up DFW and Deep Ellum.
Okay.
So make sure you look out for that from 8 to 12. We'll see you
Okay.
there.
Now, if you can, before we get off this or after we get off this call, send me all the links and I will put that in the description and put it on my email list, on my email blast. I definitely want to
Yes.
support the business. This is really cool. I really enjoyed this. I learned a lot. I was,
Thank
because
you.
events, there's, like I said, guys, DFW, we are growing. We got people like Jessica coming down, putting in work to develop new platforms for y'all to check out. So y'all go to the same old bar, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But why not take a girl out to something different? Come on, y'all. We provided a bunch of resources here on the 1's and 2's of my girl, JCF Productions, the owner, Jessica. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate you. Thank you so
And
much.
thank you for having me. I appreciate you, DJ Kane.
Oh,
Y'all better watch out
yes.
for this
Oh,
man. He's off the chain.
I
Watch out.
appreciate you.
You're doing big things. Like
Hey,
you keep growing. I'm so proud of you too. So thank you for having me on your platform. I really appreciate it. And hey, you need me for anything? Holla at me.
okay. I'm going to hit you up. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
1, 2.